So when you're pondering divorce and you're thinking, oh, maybe I can do this amicably, maybe it's all going to work out, you really have to step back and ask yourself, are you headed to a high conflict divorce? And what are those signs that you might see that would give you that indication? Some of those are long-term inability to communicate, where you and your spouse just are not able to communicate. And maybe one of you feels like you've been gaslit for 20 years. This is likely not going to go well, because likely those behaviors are not going to change. But also fundamentally, high conflict divorce usually emanates from things like substance abuse issues, mental health issues, domestic violence, and these are things that are just fundamentally, you know the kind of relationship you've been in, and you know what you're dealing with. So if you think you are headed to a high conflict divorce, it is more important than ever that you speak to an attorney, because there are so many things we can do to help de-escalate that conflict. Because what is most important in your divorce is that your children are front and center, not caught in the middle of some drama. In Washington, sometimes, likely everywhere, you might have a spouse who literally goes into court, files documents, and everything they're saying is not true. It's just flat out false. And that is scary. It causes so much shame when you read something like that and you're like, wait a minute, how did that just get put in a court document? It is critical and time sensitive that you reach out, because there are things we can do to fight false accusations, but we must be able to do it quickly. Often cases like that involve things like temporary restraining orders, protection orders. Timelines are quick, so you need to contact an attorney. We need to be able to gather the evidence to prove that these allegations are false so that we can clear your name quickly. So if you're really involved and you're feeling like you're in a high conflict divorce, likely your mental health is kind of, a little suffering. It could be going poorly. One thing that is so important, I tell all the people I work with, get a counselor or a coach. But get somebody that you can talk to so that you are not inclined to want to vent about your divorce in places that you shouldn't be. You don't want to be doing that at home with your children, even with your family or your extended family. This person is going to be a part of your world no matter what. And so making sure that you are bringing your best self to your divorce really means being able to lead your own emotional self in the work you're doing. So get help. And if you don't have somebody, ask for help. We have so many resources for people who can help you walk through this journey so that at the end, you can be proud of how you handled your divorce. I get asked a lot about, should I fight this out? Is this worth it? I really believe you have to ask yourself, is what you're fighting for something that actually matters? Like, are we talking about the safety of your children, or are we talking about some dining room table that you could go to, room and board and buy yourself another one? Like, let's be serious about what you should fight about. Fighting for your child's life, like you don't want them driving with a spouse who might be under the influence. Absolutely, that's worth fighting about. Fighting about a nightstand, not even slightly. Should we discuss it? If you have any questions about whether you're in a high conflict divorce, dealing with a high conflict divorce, dealing with a high conflict partner, reach out to us. We will be able to help you get the resources and get the grounding you need so that you can move through this process where it becomes transformational rather than traumatic for you.